Hi Karina, hi Juan. Hope you are very well today and welcome to your next video lesson. Now, remember last week we were finishing off with the Jetty family. Remember you have a project to finish in which you have to complete a short history about a famous family. Okay, so that is on the bottom of page 90. So remember all the different pain and misery that what has happened to them and that family has caused. Okay, so remember to review your vocabulary and any questions or anything about the project, please contact me, okay, by email, which is at the bottom of this description of this video. Now, today I want you to open your books to page 92. So 92. So 92. And I'm going to explain a few things that we're going to be looking at today. Okay, so, right. First of all, I hope you are well. I hope you are well and keeping safe from the dreaded coronavirus, and that everyone is keeping safe. You're both keeping safe in your own homes and not doing anything silly. Okay, so making sure that you are okay. Right, well today we're going to talk about three things. The first of the three things we're going to talk about today, if you can see in here, is birth. Now, birth is when you are a baby and you are born. So, here's an example of a date of birth, which is mine, the 13th of June, 1991. So, 13th of June, 1991. That is my birthday, okay? When is your birthday? When is your birthday? Think about that. Now, here I have written weight. Now, weight is the size I was when I was a baby. Now, I know it's a little bit bright, so that's why I've tilted this a little bit. We have the UK and the Spanish conversion, because in the UK we use pounds and ounces. I was 8 pounds, 10 ounces, or here, if I was born in Spain, 3.91 kilograms. So I was quite a big baby. How big were you when you were born? Were you small or were you big? Okay? Were you small or were you big? And the time that I was born was 10:18 a.m. So I was born at 10:18 a.m. Okay, so I was born at that time. What time were you born? What time were you born? Were you born in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night? Think about that and let me know. I'd like to know that, actually. Okay. Now, I would like you to focus on page 92. I want you to focus on activity 2. Okay, so activity 2. So, you have some pictures about a young woman called Sophie. Okay, so I want you to read over the activity and I want you to complete the information that is relevant to Sophie, please. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 to 4 minutes to complete this activity. All right, so now you may pause the video and press play when you're done. Okay, just to point out, okay, I know you're probably doing this activity. Just to point out, if you look at in the second picture, what has happened to Sophie? What has happened to her? She's had a baby. She's had a baby. Now please continue and finish your activity. Press pause. Okay, so now let's go through the answers. So, what is the answer to number 1? What is the answer to number 1? The answer is pregnant. Pregnant is when the woman is having her baby. When she is waiting for the baby, she is pregnant. Okay? What is the answer to number 2? What is the answer to number 2? Expecting. So the answer is expecting. So she is expecting a little baby. Okay? 3. The answer for number 3 is due. Now, due is the date the baby is supposed to arrive. Say hello. But sometimes it is before the date or sometimes after the date. Number 4, the answer is birth. Birth. Okay, so when the birth is when you have the baby. 5, born. Born. So for example, the day I was born was the 13th of June, 1991. So the 13th of June, 1991 was the day I was born. Okay. Finally, number 6, the answer is weighed. Weighed. So that's W-I-E-G. I do apologize. This might not be H-E-D. So that's how you spell weighed, using my hands to spell out a word. So for example, I weighed 3.9 kilograms. Okay, so I weighed that weight. So that was the size of the baby when it was born. Okay? Excellent. So let's move on. And now I'm going to go through some vocabulary with you. So the words are da 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 da. Marriage. Okay, when there is a marriage, you may get married, if you can see, I do apologize for the light. Church, a church, like for example, Santa Maria in the cathedral is a type of church, or the church in San Froilan Street, there as well, or Franciscanos, it's the same. So that's a church. Another one is what we call registry office. So a registry office is an office where you may go to the town hall or the city hall and get married. So you get married there, okay? You may have, another one is rings. Rings. You need rings to get married. It's a sign to say you're married. Reception. So with reception, what we do have for a reception is a party. Going da 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 da. So that's reception. Then we have couple, 2 people. We also have children, which comes after the wedding, but sometimes it does come before the wedding. It's not a problem if that does happen. And just remember that in a wedding, a bride is the woman and a groom is the man. There are 2 more words that I forgot to put in, and there actually are 3. So engaged, divorced, and widowed. So I want you to pay attention up here. Engaged is when you go, will you marry me? That means engaged. Then you have divorced, where the couple, no more, aren't together anymore. It's like, no, papers ripped up, done. And the last one is widowed. Widowed is when the husband or wife is dead. So which one person is alive, the other is dead. So they are widowed. Okay? All right? So that is what happens there. Now, what I would like you to do, I would like you to complete activity 3. I'm going to give you 3 minutes and I'm going to get you to complete activity 3 with the correct word of vocabulary. All right? Pause the video and then come back when you're done. Okay, So now let's go through the answers for activity 3. So the answer for number 1 is single. Single. So single, when you're on your own, no commitment, no problems. Joking. But sometimes, I always believe there's someone for everybody. There's someone for everyone. Number 2. Number 2, engaged. Engaged. So that's before the wedding, remember? Number 3 is married, which is the da. Okay, so married is number 3. 4 is divorced, means the marriage is over. 5 is widowed. Okay, so 5 is widowed. If you got them all correct, well done. Now, let's look at activity 4. You are going to look at the photo. I want you to look at the photo of Nina and Ted. What has just happened? Think for a second. What has just happened? They have just got married. They've just got married. We celebrate good times. Come on. Okay. When was the photo taken? When was the photo taken? It was taken in 2002. So 2002. Okay, so 2002. I want you now to look very closely at the information surrounding Nina and Ted in activity 4. And I want you to highlight or to write down the key information about Nina and Ted. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes. Complete activity 4, please. So, now that you've completed it, what information have you found? What information you found? So, there were 9 things you could find. Number 1, Nina and Ted started going out together when they were both 17. Whew, very young, 17. It's very similar to my younger sister and her soon-to-be husband. They have been together since they were 15. So since they were 15. Number 2, about Nina and Ted, they got engaged 2 years later. So 2 years later, they got engaged. The third fact, if you have written it down, they got married in 2002 in a registry office. So in the town hall, they got married. Number 4, they went to Venice in Italy on honeymoon. So honeymoon is the big holiday after you get married. Number 5, in 2004, they had a son and they named him Sam. Okay? Then after they had their son, the marriage started to go wrong. And 7, they split up and got divorced in 2008. But the eighth fact is Nina remarried. So Nina remarried. She married a man called Robert, a man who she works with, a colleague from her work. And finally, what's their marriage like now? It is their anniversary today. They have been married. They've been married since 2010. So they've been married since 2010. Okay? Right. Now I want you to look at number 5. You are going to listen to a woman called Alison. You're going to listen about Alison's life. I am going to play the audio, okay? You can push the video back if you need to listen again, okay? I'm going to play this once, but you can repeat it again. So make sure you rewind the video back and you can listen again, okay? So in activity 5, what you need to do is you need to compare. So you're going to hear a woman called Alison talking about her life. Okay, you're going to hear her talking about her life, and you're going to compare Alison's life and her husband Ben with that of Nina and Ted. Okay, so listen to Alison and you can rewind when necessary. Okay.
Tip script 11.6. Alison's life.
I didn't marry until quite late. I met Ben when I was 30 and we didn't marry until I was 33. That was in 2006. We got married in a church near where my mum lives. I had been engaged before that to another boy, Mark. We'd been together over 10 years, since school in fact, and I think we just got bored with each other. Ben and I had a great honeymoon. We toured America. We were away for 3 weeks. And soon after that, I found I was pregnant. That was Ellen, our first baby. She was born the year after we got married. And 2 years after that, in 2009, we had the twins, Tessa and Tom. They've been keeping us busy ever since. I'm exhausted most of the time, but they're great fun. I'm really glad I married Ben. He's a great dad. I want it to be forever. My mum and dad divorced when I was just 13, and I don't want us to do that.
Tip script 11.7.
Sorry about that. Just remember, write your notes about Alison and Ben and compare the differences between the two. So you can rewind back to get more information. And remember, for this exercise, you need to type your answers or send a photo and send them to me. Okay? So pause the video, give yourself 5 minutes. And now for the final part of today's lesson. So we looked at birth and marriage. Now we're going to look at death. Death is when we come to the end of our life and our spirits go away. We become ghosts. Okay? So at death, the key word you need to remember is funeral. Funeral. This is the time where this is the ceremony to celebrate a person's life. So that is a funeral. Okay, so a funeral is what has happened at death. Now, all of us have had family, maybe friends who have died and gone away. I want you to now look at activity 6 for a moment. And what I would like you to do is complete the activity in activity 6. And I want you for this you can type your answers or send a photo and email it to me. Okay? Give you a few minutes to pause the video and then I'll finish the lesson with you. Okay? Okay, so after all this, you've learned today, we've looked at birth, marriage and death. So as you say, there are 3 very key stages in a person's life and there's many changes during this time. What we will be looking at in next lesson is looking at everyday English. So we're going to be looking at everyday language. That's for good news and bad news. So good moments and bad moments. So we're going to be focusing on improving your listening and also speaking practice as well. And I'll be reviewing what we have been looking at in this unit, looking at present perfect continuous. So I'll be looking at that as well. Okay, that is the end of today's lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or any problems, do not hesitate to contact me. Hope you have a good day, and my next video will be up on Wednesday. Okay, see you later. Bye.